In this video, I'm going to show you my exact system for creating unlimited email angles, unlimited long form ideas, short form ideas, ad angles, pretty much anything you need ideas for as a copywriter. I'm going to show you how to create unlimited of them. And what this is going to allow you to do is, one, have unlimited useful content and idea generation, which is honestly the cheat code to winning in this game, is your ideas. That is what sets you apart from every other copywriter, from every other personal brand, from everyone else trying to do online business, is your ideas. Also, you're going to have increasingly effective content performance. So your content is actually going to perform over time. Your client's not just going to get a 100 view video, 200 view video. You're going to start getting thousands of views for them because of this system. You also easily sign new clients and blow away your current clients. And I know, because this is exactly the system that allowed me to land my biggest copywriting client, who gave me a percentage of his whole offer based on using this system, and he was blown away with it. Also, you can grow your own personal brand exactly how I've done, or your inbound channels. And honestly, you're just no longer going to be a complete idiot. Like, you're going to be very smart after going through this system and understanding how it works. You'll be like, wow, I see the world in a new light. And most importantly, you're just going to make a lot more money. Because this helps make me like $60K a month consistently for the past 4 months using this exact system every single day. So I hope you're excited, and let's get into it. So this is going to help you make a ton of money and for free. So hope you enjoy the video. So now, before we get into this, you need to understand a basic system overview. So a system allows you to have a structured process for creating some sort of output that you want. So in this video, we're going to be going over how you create content and angles, things that you can use to sell stuff, add value, get views, do whatever the heck you want as a copywriter. So the basic system overview is we have an input that goes into a process, which becomes an output inside of an environment or arena. And you have feedback from those outputs that allow you to change and improve your inputs in your process. So actually we use inputs plural. So this is a basic system. So let me go over an example of how this works, just so you guys can really kind of understand it. We have, let's say we're going to make a lasagna. There we go. Lasagna system overview. So this would be the kitchen. There we go. So your inputs would be your ingredients, your pasta, your tomatoes, your whatever cheese, whatever the heck you use to make lasagna. Your process is the cooking instructions. So you turn the oven up to this much, you layer everything out in a pan, you use this sort of pan, do this thing. After it's cooked, those ingredients with the process becomes the output, the lasagna. And the feedback is how it tastes. So if you're running a restaurant, the feedback would be how well everyone loves your lasagna. Does it taste good? Does it taste bad? Now, what's important to understand here is, even if you had Gordon Ramsay cooking this lasagna, if the ingredients are moldy pasta, unfresh tomatoes that have mold growing on them, and terrible pots and pans to cook with, and a crappy oven that can't even reach the right temperature, your lasagna is going to suck. So even if you have the best process in the world, if your inputs suck, your outputs are going to suck. So all this happens in an environment. So all this is going on inside of a kitchen, which is the environment that the lasagna system is made in. So now, going back to content, how do we apply this? Well, let's talk about how to build an endless content system. So literally, any effective emails, YouTube scripts, short form, ads, etc. If you're a copywriter, this video will make you a ton of money in the long run if you sit here and watch it. And you might be wondering, KJ, why are you giving this away? If this made you all this money, why are you revealing it? Well, because you guys are not going to do it, okay? Like, you're not going to do this. And that's why I'm making the video. You're just going to sit here, watch it. You're going to feel good. You're going to go back and go watch somebody ride around in a G-Wagon talking about how easy it is to make money, and then you're going to do nothing. Anyways, I'm just freaking around with you guys, but it's kind of true, right? Like, you're not 99.9% of you are not going to use this. Therefore, I can just give it away for YouTube, and no one's going to even care. But the 1% of you, the 0.1% that use this, you're going to make so much money, and that's why I'm making this video. So first, we need to decide, what is the output we want from our system? For the example I'm going to be showing you, and what I use, is I want 10 to 20 minute videos that add value, solve problems to my marketplace and niche. So think about this video. This video is also one of those outputs. It's going to be 20 plus minute video that solves a problem, which is, how do you come up with content ideas for emails and YouTube and stuff, which is a problem you guys have as copywriters. If you don't have this problem yet, then you will run into it as soon as you get a client, or as soon as you try to get a client with your outreach, right? It's how do you come up with good ideas. Now, the target frequency of this system for me is daily uploads. So on my Raw channel, I upload every single day. So this system needs to run and produce me the output of 10 to 20 minute videos that add value to my marketplace and niche. It needs to happen daily. So I need to run the system every single day. So let me show you guys KJ's content system for the Raw channel. So the input is my raw thoughts and ideas. So this is like the raw concepts. They're not fleshed out. They're just like raw little snippets of, oh, maybe I can do this, or maybe I can use this. The process is the actual content creation process. Like, how do I record the videos, scripting the videos, uploading the videos, scheduling videos, title, thumbnail, all that stuff. And the output is daily uploads that add value to my niche. And this is all happening in an environment, which is YouTube. So because this is happening on the YouTube platform, I have to play by their rules, meaning like you find these videos using a title and thumbnail. Like, that's just how YouTube works. Also, I can't use swear words like in the titles because that's how YouTube works. I can't put obscene things in the titles or else my video will get banned. Like, these are all the rules that I must play in making the system, right? So this whole system is taking place on the YouTube platform. Now, if you're doing this for emails or something else, you must understand the rules of email. Like, what are the arena rules of the Gmail, right? Sending emails, using ConvertKit, whatever it may be. Like, you have to understand the rules of your platform. So this is mine for the content system. So let's go over the process. So what does the process look like? So this is how the inputs are converted to outputs. This is what we're focusing on. So you have the inputs here being your raw thoughts, just raw thoughts and ideas that don't really mean anything. They're just floating around my head. How do I use this process to actually make them into daily uploads that add value, which is the output that I want? And the feedback are views, comments, sales calls, and personal reviews. So I don't care so much about comments, really that much on views either, because most people who are normal never comment. Like, normal people do not comment. Like, think of the last time you've commented on a video that was positive. Like, never really. Yeah, so I really listen to sales calls. Like, what people tell me and my partner Chris on sales calls, that's what really matters to me. Like, people are saying, oh, dude, I received so much value from this video, this thing. I really loved your raw videos talking about this, my mindset, like whatever is the sales calls are saying, like that's what I listen to. And also personal reviews. So what do I think when I watch my content back later? Those are the feedback that I have to change the inputs in the process. So let's talk about the process. So how are the inputs converted to the output? So basically, how was the raw idea turned into a finished uploaded video? So what you need to do to make one of these systems is you got to think, what is every single step in the chain, in the recipe of turning my input into an output? So going back to the lasagna example, why did I pick a name that was so hard to pronounce? Going back to the lasagna example, you have to do everything in order, right? Lay out the pasta, add in the cottage cheese, lay in the pasta sauce, or I don't know, however you make a lasagna. It's in order. The same thing happens for your system that you're creating. So for instance, here is my system. First, I have to capture these raw ideas I have that my brain just spits out. So how do I capture them? I then have to refine it or expand on these ideas. So once I have the raw idea, I have to connect things with it and flesh it out so it's an actual 10-minute piece of content. Then I have to record the idea. Then I have to come up with a title and thumbnail for the video to package the idea. Then I have to upload the files to Google Drive. Then my editor has to download the files. Then he has to edit them into a finished, polished video. Then he has to upload the video. Then he has to schedule it. So this is how a raw idea goes all the way to a scheduled upload. This is every single step that I can think of in my process, okay? The key here to making a lot of freaking money and having a system that cranks like crazy is you outsource everything that doesn't highly impact the variables of value. So let's talk about what that means real quick. So let's see. Here we go. Let me copy this up here. So what we're trying to do in this system is optimize for more value. So what is the output we want? Do you guys recall? It's this: daily uploads that add value to the niche. So what I'm trying to optimize for is more value, meaning solving more of your problems. And so what I'm trying to do is to optimize for this. So I'm iterating to try to make more value in every single video. So then you got to think, what variables affect value? These are my 5 that I've come up with. So first is the problem that the content solves and the usefulness of the idea. It's how useful is this idea? For instance, this idea I'm showing you guys right now in this video is helping you completely solve the problem of you not having any content ideas or angles for your emails, for your videos, for whatever. I'm showing you my system, right? So this is a useful concept, but it could be more useful, right? Maybe there's a bigger problem I could be solving than this one. Next is the novelty and uniqueness of the idea. So how new is it? If it's something someone's already talked about a million times, then obviously it's not that valuable because they already have used another idea similar to solve that problem. But if it's a brand new idea they never heard before, it's more valuable. Also, the packaging of the idea. So the title, the thumbnail, the intro, how I package it, how I position it to show you how valuable it is increases the value. Because here's the thing, if I hadn't showed you at the start of this video what all this stuff is going to do for you, like how it gives you all these benefits and makes you money, a lot of you guys would have clicked off by now. But what did I do? I packaged it. I showed you how useful it is. You thought this video was useful. Why? Because you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, you clicked on it, then you saw the intro and like, yeah, I need to watch this. And now you're still here. So that's a huge variable of value, right? Because if you don't consume it, it doesn't matter how valuable it was. You didn't see it. Next is the ease of consumption. So how quality is the audio and video? Is it easy for you to see? Is it in HD? Is the audio clear? Does it have noise? Does it have reverb, feedback? Is the microphone trash, right? How easy is it for you to consume the value? And then the delivery of value. So how is the value presented? So here I have it in a Miro board. Maybe it could have been a Google Doc. I could have had like an edited real life video. Like how is it presented? So these are the variables of value. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to manipulate these variables to increase the value. And so going back to automating the process, right, is these variables in blue are the high impact. So these are the steps in the process that really impact how valuable the videos are. And I don't want to outsource these. This is a huge mistake I see a lot of business owners and people make, is they outsource the main stuff. For instance, the raw ideas have to come from my head. I have to capture them. I have to expand on the ideas because I'm the one that's actually coming up with the content, right? I have to record it, of course. No one else can record it. It's got to be me because it's my channel. And then people outsource the title and thumbnail, but that's one of the most important things you can do. Now, you can outsource your thumbnail, the actual creation of it, but it better be your idea. Like, you need to have the right idea. And if your client is clueless, then this is your job because you're the one who's going to make them money. And this is how you become irreplaceable. If you don't know how I made so much money for my copywriting clients, it's because I became this person for them. I was the person coming up with the ideas. I was the person coming up with title and thumbnails. Like, they couldn't get rid of me because I was the business behind the scenes. You have to become this person. So I do the top 5 up here, right? I capture the raw idea. I expand on it. I then record it. I create a title and thumbnail, like just the idea of it. And then I upload those files to the drive. Now, I have outsourced the entire second half. Caleb, my best friend, my editor, downloads the files. He edits the videos into a sick video. He then uploads it and he schedules it. So it saves me all this time. Now, instead of doing this, I can work on the stuff that really matters, right? The variables of value. I can spend all my time here and not slaving away in Premiere Pro and After Effects trying to edit the video, and not sitting here on YouTube Studio uploading things and changing the title and putting all the captions, all that stuff, right? He does all that. So you have to outsource everything that doesn't highly impact the variables of value. And depending on your system, this is going to change. So like if you're doing an outbound outreach system, you're not going to be optimizing for value. You're going to be optimizing for like the stimuli. Like you have to create the stimuli, but you can have a setter actually run the system, right? So yeah, it's crazy. Outsource everything that doesn't highly impact the variables that affect your output the most. Now, how do we actually automate the process? So this is how I actually come up with unlimited ideas. It's because I've automated the whole thing. So step 1, capturing the raw idea. How I automated this is I have 24/7 easily accessible notepads on my phone, tablet, PC, and like an actual piece of paper, right? So here's what this looks like in real life. I wake up and I go to the gym. Actually, before I even wake up, my phone is always beside like my bedstand on the charger. And as soon as I open my phone, it has 2 notepads where I can capture ideas. That's all I can do when I open up my phone. There's no other apps there. It's literally like directions and my notepads. So I can easily capture any ideas at any point. Then when I go to the gym, I have that exact phone with me and I capture ideas in between every single set. When I'm driving, I capture ideas using voice notes. When I'm in the sauna, I take a notebook inside the sauna with me and I can capture ideas while I'm in the sauna. When I'm outside and I don't have my phone, I'm just in nature, I have a notepad that is like a computerized notepad that connects to my computer and my phone. So no matter where I am, I can always access all of my ideas 24/7. But that way I can always capture ideas whenever I have them. Once again, in between sets, like I have brainstorm sessions in the gym. So every single day I go to the gym, which is a habit, and I've stacked on that habit me coming up with ideas. In between every set, I just literally sit down on my phone, I'm done with the set, and I come up with ideas. I come up with tweets, come up with video ideas. Now, that is refining and expanding an idea. So after I brainstorm these ideas, every single Sunday, I will sit down and I will just have a couple hours where I expand on all the ideas. That is my habit. It's like every Sunday, I just expand on video ideas. So I'll come up with like 7 to 10 video ideas for my Raw channel and this main channel. And then I'll come and actually make the ideas later. And then how I've automated it is I've programmed it into my day. So as soon as I get back from the gym, so like I wake up, go to the gym, read my Bible. As soon as I walk in my room, I record immediately every single day. It is the first thing I do every day. So now I've automated the record idea. Then the title and thumbnail. As soon as I record, I immediately upload them and I title them as I'm uploading them. I sit there like while it's taking 10 minutes for me to upload the videos, I sit there and think of good titles for each one, and I change the video files to match the actual title I want, and that's how Caleb knows what to title them. Yeah, and then I block any other apps during set times. So if you want to know how to have these ideas, you're like, KJ, how do I have ideas? I never have ideas. Yeah, because your brain dead, brain rotted self is watching TikTok and YouTube all day. No wonder you don't have any ideas. If you're consuming, you can't produce. You need to walk in nature for 1 hour with a notepad and then come back and tell me you don't have any ideas, because it won't happen. You will have a ton of ideas. If you sat down and stared at a wall for 1 hour, you will come back with some loot. You will have good ideas. But if you don't ever spend time and let your brain actually think, guess what? It's not going to think, bro. Your brain is a rat. You have to watch it, because all it wants is the easy dopamine. If you give it a chance, it will watch TikTok all day. It'll watch YouTube all day, and it will never produce any ideas of its own. You'll just be consuming other people's. You're watching this video right now. You're watching one of my ideas that I produce, and you're consuming it because you're too lazy to think, right? So once again, it's harsh, but it's just true. I'm trying to help you guys out. You must block any other time. If you are not bored in your day, you're doing something wrong. You need to be bored. When you are bored, guess what your brain does? It starts coming up with ideas, so it won't be bored. You get the dopamine hit because you're coming up with ideas. So you must make yourself bored. So this is the high leverage, like the valuable variables, right? This is how I do them. I have them programmed into my day. So now every single day, I crank out all of these cogs to create content every day, and then I upload them. From there, I've automated the process with a standard operating procedure that my editor follows. So check this out. So here I have a process that Caleb follows. He comes through every single time. He downloads the raw footage. I've given him step-by-step instructions on exactly where to download it. He then drags the footage to the downloaded folder, so he keeps it clean. I then have exact tutorials on exactly how he should edit the videos, how he should frame them, how he should change the, like what to export them as, how to sign into my YouTube, how to upload the thumbnails. I have it step by step by step, so he never has to question this. He just runs this like a robot every single day, and he uploads everything for me. And I then made a video tutorial to make it even easier for him. So yeah, super simple. So now all of this is automated. I don't have to ever do this again. I don't download the files. I don't edit the files. I don't upload the files. I don't schedule them. I don't think about it. It happens automatically from my editor. Absolutely amazing. So now let's focus on how do we actually iterate this system. So once you have raw thoughts and ideas, you have a process for actually creating content with them, whether you're trying to create emails or YouTube ideas, whatever it is. Then you're getting the output because you're running the process and you're getting feedback. How do you actually iterate? How do you take this feedback and iterate on it? Well, remember, we want to find the variables that most affect our output. So here are the variables of value, okay? This is what affects how valuable my videos are. And so the reason why you've seen me get ahead of everyone else so quickly and make such insane progress is because what matters is not time, guys. A lot of people spend their whole life never improving anything. So is time the only variable? No. Time is a part of it, but what really matters is reps and improvement each rep. The reason why people say that it takes time to get good is because it takes reps to get good, and it takes time for you to get enough reps in. But if I'm getting 10 to 20 times the reps of everyone else, I'm getting faster 10 to 20 times faster. Or I'm getting better 10 to 20 times faster. And so what are the variables that I pay attention to? Well, no matter what system I'm building, I think, what variables most impact how good my output is? And for my videos, it's value. Remember, I'm trying to optimize for value. I don't care about views. I don't care any about garbage. I just want value. Views helps me view how valuable it is, but the main thing I'm caring about is values, not views. And so here are the variables of value. First, is the problem my content solves or how useful my idea is. Next, it's how new is the idea. Then it's the packaging of the idea. Then it's how easy it is to consume. Then it's how it's delivered. And so based on these, I ask myself these questions. Does this video solve a painful problem for my niche? Is this idea useful to my niche? Is this idea unique or new, or is it conveyed in a new way to my niche? Is this idea packaged in a way that will compel my niche to click on it? So is it beneficial for them? Is the video easy to consume? Is it clean audio, clear video? Is this the best way we can deliver this idea and value to our niche? So maybe these mural videos aren't the best. I don't know. I'm going to keep trying different formats until I find what is the best for you guys, because it's all about delivering this value. And so when I ask myself these questions, I understand how I can add more value. And so from there, all I try to do is figure out, how do I improve these variables? So if each one of these is a variable, how do I improve them? As you can see, I've color coded it. So a problem the content solves and usefulness of idea and the novelty and uniqueness of idea is the input. It's all about the inputs. So that's my raw thoughts and ideas. How do I make the inputs better? The packaging of the idea, the ease of consumption, and the delivery of value, that's all in the process. So how do I improve my process for creating these ideas, right? So how do I improve these variables? And these are just some basic ideas. If you're wondering, how do you come up with this stuff? How do you figure out how do you improve the variables? It's very simple. You go outside in nature, throw your phone in the pond, and sit there with a notepad and think. Just freaking think, because that's how you're going to get better. You're going to get absolutely ransacked and crushed by someone like me if you don't think. And I say that because I freaking love you guys and I want you guys to win. And some of you guys are sitting here commenting this stupid stuff and you're wondering why you're not winning. Brother, you're not thinking, okay? You got to think. No one can hold your hand and make you think. No one can do that for you. I can't help you there, bro. All I can do is try to show you how serious this stuff is and how you're never going to win if you don't think. And so what you do once you have these variables is you put them on a piece of paper, you go outside and you sit there and come up with ideas. So I spent 15 minutes sitting down and thinking of some examples to show you. So how do I improve the problem the idea solves and the usefulness of idea? Well, first, I consume better inputs and content into my brain. So if I want to have better ideas, I need to consume better raw materials. So I listen to Charlie Morgan, listen to Sam Ovens, listen to Hormozy, whoever else is coming up, Daniel Fazio. I want good inputs into my head. I don't watch TikTok. I don't have Twitter. I don't get on Instagram. I sit here and I watch long form courses and content from authenticated inputs. Next is I try to solve and create more solutions to my own problems. So if I'm solving my own problems by building something like this, it's going to help you guys because you guys have the same problem. So that helps me come up with useful ideas. And thirdly, I can study my market to understand their problems more. So I talk to copywriters for hours every single day. And every time I talk to them, I learn a little bit more about what their actual problems are and how I can help them, which gives me a huge edge in my market because no one else is doing that, you know? They're all sitting around in Bentleys and I don't know, eating fancy dinners at freaking who knows where, and I'm sitting here on coaching calls talking to my market, right? I will win over time for that reason. Next, how do we improve the novelty and uniqueness of the idea? Once again, consume better inputs and content. And for me, it's spend more time thinking. The more time I spend thinking, the better content I make. It's that simple. Also, I go for like planned creative sessions. So trying to do stuff physically to take my mind off of thinking just so my subconscious can spit out ideas. So going for a walk, going for a drive with no music, chilling in the sauna, hitting a workout, but doing it intentionally, like not listening to music, not doing anything, letting my brain just breathe and have time to think of ideas and always have somewhere I can capture them quickly. Next is the packaging of the idea. So I can study my market to understand their problems more. And if I understand their problem, I can then create a list of proven stimuli or power words for my niche. I can use those power words in my titles, in my thumbnails. I can create a framework, an SOP for Caleb to follow so he can actually make the thumbnails using the stimuli I give him, using the frameworks I give him. I can study proven title frameworks that work on YouTube, right? Whether you're on email, whatever, like you can study proven email frameworks. You can study proven title. Like all of this stuff is going to help you come up with better ideas and better packaging. For ease of consumption, you can buy a better microphone. That's exactly what I did. Also bought a small compressor for my microphone, make it sound better. 4K video, get a better camera. Learn how to color correct. Learn how to improve audio. I can communicate better, makes it easier to consume. And then lastly, delivery of value. So in my raw videos, I bought a whiteboard because it makes it easier to understand. You can actually see the concepts on a board. I started using colors in my markers. I started using intriguing words because it makes people more, brings their awareness to it. It's also very benefit driven. It's like focusing on your guys' problem and what you can benefit from. And the videos that are not edited, or the videos that aren't whiteboards that are edited, we're working on having clean, smooth editing that enhances the value and not just distracts. Meaning clean subtitles that help you to read what I'm saying as I'm saying it. Clean title screens so it just looks professional. Smooth zoom ins to bring your attention to what I'm saying. All of that is delivering value in a perfect way. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm always thinking of this list over and over again for every single video to improve my videos. And if you want to see this real time, check this out. If I go to YouTube and I go to KJ Raw, look at how different my videos are over time. Look at this. My oldest videos look like this. This is 3 months, by the way. I've only been doing this for 3 months, and I have like hundreds of videos already. It's crazy. Here's me. Terrible lighting, terrible communicator, bad camera. Here you see I got a new camera. I'm trying out the lighting. Lighting still sucks. Okay, it's getting a little bit better. Oh, now it sucks again. Oh, now we're getting better. We got some cool colors. Now we're getting some actual decent lighting. The titles are getting better. Here I'm wearing brighter colored shirts, so it looks a little bit better in the thumbnails. I'm speaking a little bit better. Titles are getting a little bit better. Here I am just making raw videos again. Now I started getting like standing up at a standing desk. I started bringing a whiteboard. These videos were too dark. Now I'm getting a little bit lighter. Do you see how I'm improving over time? And I just started. I've just begun. You guys are going to see a crazy transformation. And if you want to know why, how is this happening? This is it right here. This is my content system. This is how I make the money. This is how I make the content. And I've used this exact kind of framework for everything, for emails, for ads, for videos, for any hooks, like anything I'm doing, I just use this framework. Systems thinking. So what I want you to do is I want you to leave in the comments right now what you're going to do based on this information you just learned. Because if you don't change your actions, then you learned nothing and you just wasted your time. You were better off watching a Mr. Beast video because that was probably way more entertaining than me looking at a Miro board. So tell me in the comments what you're going to do based on what you learned. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully this helped you. And hope you guys make some money from this.